What is going on today, everybody? I got another beer review for you and a little bit different camera setup. Now I got a polarizing filter on here so you can see the difference. There's no glare on the tower behind me. Kind of brightens up the image, gives a little more contrast. So here we go. Today I'm doing a beer review for y'all, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably have seen the barrel-aged variant of this beer reviewed, but never the base beer. And that's what we're going to go into today. We're going to go ahead and do a review on this Stone Xocoveza. It's a milk stout for the holidays. It's spiced. It's super delicious. If you're a fan of Mexican hot chocolate or mole style beers, this is a very, very nice beer to get. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into it. So I've heard people say Xocoveza, Xocoveza. From Stone, from the original bottle, it is Xocoveza. That's what we're going to call it. That's how they pronounced it in their original labeling, so that's what we're going to call it. It's an imperial stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate, as I said. It's got cacao, coffee, peppers, vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and this bad boy clocks in at 8.1%. So let's go ahead and give this bad boy a pour. As always, the trusty gropener, one-handed, like that, and we're drinking it out of a Rogue branded, but a Spiegelau stout glass tonight to really seal the deal and get this perfect. Now this glass is meant for 16-ounce pours, but a 12-ounce pour works just fine. As you can see, color is black as the night sky. Very little light transmission. The head is this beautiful, beautiful tan color. The bubbles are nice and tight, large at the bottom, tighter as they go up, obviously. I mean, the appearance is nailed. I really enjoy the aroma. There's a lot of things about this beer that I love, which is why it's one of my favorites. Every year around the holidays when it comes out, I go and grab more because it's just so damn good. But here we go. Appearance nails it. Perfect for a stout. Aroma, oh, it's awesome. Cinnamon, nutmeg. You can smell the spices. You can smell the chocolate. You can also smell the alcohol coming off of the nose. So you know at 8.1 it's going to be a winter warmer. It's not super high like some of the other beers I've done reviews on here on the channel, but it's high enough to just be responsible with. Now let's go ahead and get into it and give it a huge, huge sniff and take in this aroma. Oh man, I tell you. This beer is best drank around 56 degrees, 54, 56. It's a stout, so you want to let it kind of warm up. And this just came out of the fridge not very long ago, so we're going to go ahead and let this kind of warm up. Now, if you don't know the story of Xocoveza, Xocoveza was a collaboration between a brewery, I believe in Mexico, a home brewer, and Stone. And you can still actually buy the brewery in Mexico's version from Insurgente Brewing, I believe is the name of it. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, and it's a little bit different, a little bit more true to the culture and flavors of Mexico. It's a little bit more bold. This one is more for everybody, and it's a crowd pleaser. I've yet to find someone who doesn't like this beer. So here we go. Now that it's warmed up a hair, and I'll just keep holding it in my hot, hot hands to get this bad boy even warmer. Oh, man, the aroma now is coming out as cinnamon, chocolate, and coffee. I mean, the alcohol subsiding just with that little bit of warming up. It's nice. I mean, it leaves fingers on the glass. I don't know if you can see that, but it does leave fingers. So let's go. It's nailed the aroma. For me, the aroma on this beer is a solid 9.5 out of 10. It's almost perfect. A few little things I would have liked a little bit more of, but it's neither here nor there. So let's go ahead and give this bad boy a taste. Cheers. Oh, man, this beer screams to me the holiday season. I mean, there's nothing about this beer that I dislike, to be honest. I mean, sure, people say it's a Stone beer. Stone all has that same yeast character. You know, it has that same finish because of their water profile. I really don't care. I mean, as much as I love my beers and I like to kind of geek out about them, this beer, everything Stone's done in this beer works. It works super well. It's not a beer I would want to drink during the summer, though, so keeping it a seasonal release is a very good decision. Because if it's 100 degrees out, I'm not going to want to drink this. As a matter of fact, we had a situation similar to that on Black Friday, at the Modern Times Black House Black Friday, where it was like 80-something degrees outside in San Diego on asphalt, you know, out there by the ocean, but 80 degrees out there, and 13% stouts. It was a super fun time, but that kind of heat isn't necessarily conducive to drinking a dark, full-bodied beer. So this beer, the head retention's nice. It's full-bodied. It's very delicious. Super duper duper good. You definitely get the cinnamon on the finish and it lingers. The cinnamon is still playing on my palate, as is the nutmeg. The chocolate and the coffee, they still are there, but not as bold in the finish. But everything works well in this beer. The cinnamon, the nutmeg, the coffee, the spices. The spices are more subdued this year, at least in this bottle, than they have been years past. I don't get any of that heat. I get a little tiny bit more so from the cinnamon than I do from the peppers, but we're going to let this thing warm up and have another sip here in a minute. So let's see what we got. And yes, I know, I'm swirling it and I'm ruining my lacing. Sue me. I love the aroma too much. Oh, sweet Jesus. This beer, I'm telling you, if you can get your hands on it, go buy it. It's fantastic. Oh, yeah. All right, so I don't even know if I'm not gonna finish this yet. Oh, fudge. All right, Stone, Xocoveza. Would I buy it again? In a heartbeat. Always buy this beer. This beer is phenomenal. It comes in 6-packs. If you buy the Insurgente from Mexico, I believe it's in a 22-ounce bomber. A little bit different though. Get both. If this is your first foray into this beer, skip the double añejo and the charred. Go for the straight, old school, traditional Xocoveza. If I had to give this beer a score on a scale of 1 to 10, as always, 10 being world class, 1 being, one for the sink to drink, I would definitely give this beer a solid 9.8. And the only reason I don't give it a 10 is because Kane Brewing from New Jersey has the best Mexican stout, Mexican styled stout I've ever had in my life. It's called Mexican Brunch. Sorry to say, Stone, not as good as your product. But I can't get that here because in Southern California, there is no distribution for Kane. So unless I get really lucky doing a bottle trade or something, that beer is forever out of my grasp. And it's haunted me since I had it down in San Diego at Modern Times Carnival of Caffeination. So 9.8, solid beer, world-class beer, but not quite as good as Kane's. Kane's just has more balance and everything. But this beer at 9.8, you can't go wrong with it. Solid beer. I mean, maybe it's the bias speaking because I do love this beer so much, but 9.8 is where this beer is going to sit for me until they screw up the recipe. So that's going to do it for me, guys. If you found this beer review useful, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, give the thumbs down. Tell me what you didn't like, and I'll do my best to provide better content. As always, this is Chris. Happy holidays, guys. Stay safe out there, and yeah, enjoy. Cheers. See you later.